What is up, guys? It's Brainiac, and today we're going to talk about how to DPS with mental. Alright, so we're going to start with the little single target loadout. Let me share my stats real quick. Full elite, blah 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 blah. Not full 200 arts, happens. Skill points, kind of embarrassing, I'm not going to lie. I don't really want to show that, but you know, it happens. We're working on it, Stats, my mights, 96k. My mods are, start with the mods, weapon, blast, whatever, normal, I don't know, whenever you don't take that. I use critical menace, escalating might, doesn't matter, penetrating strikes, doesn't matter. I use dash attack, and then max damage. Alright, so, what you're going to do for this first loadout is like this. So you want to clip 1, 2, and 3 instantly. So this is going to be the close range loadout, and you're going to clip 1, 2, and 3. I'm on PC obviously, but if you're on PS4, it's still the first 3 powers. You're going to clip all 3 of them like this, okay? And then once you're in stealth, so right now you're in stealth. And when you're in stealth, there's 2 moves you want to do. So the first one is ambush sleep. And what you want to do with this, you can actually jump cancel it. So you want to ambush sleep, jump cancel into pain blast. So that's your big hitting move. Let me show you one more time what it looks like fast. That was it fast, and then what you want to do after that is you want to actually get your menace out, I think it's called. You want you to get your weapon buff out, which gives you the 2% crit chance. So when you're here, you want to do 1, 2, 3, and then it's 1 jump cancel. So 1 jump cancel 2, and then at the end of 2 you want to hit 3. So 1 jump 2, and then 3, and you get your 3 off and get your menace off. Do it one more time fast. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you'll know you'll have it when you have these little purple balls around you. So that's the real combo, and then obviously after that you go heat vision with amplified heat vision into terror, I think it's called, which is your 35%er. So that's exactly the rotation. You 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then just keep going like that. Parse is extremely high, probably the highest parse in the game. I'm not gonna lie, it's ridiculous. Let me pull up the parsers after I do this one more time. I'll pull up parsers, and then I'm gonna actually do them for a second. What was I actually parsing for before? Yeah, whatever. Okay. So this is the real combo. This is what you want to use on bosses like Grodd or FFE standard when you don't really need to survive and you can just be up really close to them. Those are 76. It's okay. I usually hit between 70 and 80, I would say, and then sometimes it goes up way above that. That was a low one. Really depends on the crit chance, right? That's why I think mental's a really claw-based power. If you have a 200 claw, you're gonna parse extremely high. Okay, that was an embarrassing parse. I'm not gonna lie. That kind of, you get the idea. I'm also a little bit laggy right now, but that's really the idea of the power. Let's do one more parse. That was an 87. Should I get one more good one, and then we'll call it a day on the close range. 84. Okay, so that's really the average. First ones are going to be low until we get going. So that was close range mental DPS, which it parses extremely high. And then when you want to do to your range loadout, you want to put in telekinetic pull here, phantom flames at your 3, go into invisibility, take out pain blast, and actually put in tornado pull. So the clip's going to be the same: 1, 2, 3, 1 jump cancel 2, 3 into 4, and that's what you want to clip. And then do the same thing again. You have to be a little bit fast on your stealth clip, because otherwise the powers aren't going to go off. But it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Sometimes the 4 doesn't go off though. That's a little weird. Maybe I should change the load a little bit. But this is what I'm running right now. You get your menace off. You get all your powers off. It parses relatively high. I'll show you some parsers. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you start going. So I'll do a few parses here. It's pretty easy to do. If you know how to clip. The only hard part is making sure, I would just practice it, right? The only hard part with the close range is making sure you get your menace procs off. So that was pretty low, 66. 63, not doing too hot. Let's see if I can keep my power. This one's, I'm feeling a pretty high parse. This one's a little bit lower. Okay, that was shit. This one parsed a little bit lower, but this is really good for if you're doing no death feats in FFE or you're running critical. stuff like that, where you really don't want to die. Play max range as a 78. That's a good parse. Really depends, right? And this is just my loadout. I think there's obviously other loadouts that might be a little bit better, but this is what I have the most success with when I'm going for no death feats and max range. Alright, that was good. We're going to do the melee loadout now. So really with mental DPS, the only thing that I think holds it back a bit is that you can't really range DPS effectively. The parses are extremely low, so let's go through the melee DPS loadout real quick. So Psychic Prison, which is extremely OP dot. It's the little bubbles that come out. It hits extremely hard. Psychic Prison into Stealth, into Phantom Flames, into Whirling Dervish, and Vortex Trap. So if you're not super speed, I would say there's other versions of the loadout you can do, which is you put in Sonic Cry and Mass Terror. And then in Stealth, you can just take out this and put in and just do one clip to 4. But this personally hits the hardest, but it is melee, so it's a little bit difficult to survive with, is the only thing. Oh, I was going to say, I'm using max damage right now. I'm testing it out. Usually I use improved stealth. I would recommend improved stealth if you're not super good at clipping, because it makes sure you always get your clip off. But right now I'm using max damage just testing it. So the clip's going to be the exact same as the range loadout. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then your 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So it's the same as the max range. And then you're going to do Whirling Dervish, Dash Attack, and Tier 5. So that's really it. It's going to be, and then you're going to rotate. So when you clip, 1, 2, 3, 1, jump cancel 2, 3, into 4. And that's the parse. That's really what you want to do, and then you just, everything will come up as needed. Do this, and then clip with. You always want a weapon attack in between, except with Whirling Dervish, because it will cancel out of it, and that's not what you want. But yeah, let's do a few parses right here. Alright, we'll start now. And obviously you want to run Neo and Sidekick. Make sure you have Sidekick in your stealth loader, otherwise it's going to break. Okay, first one was shitty, but I think that's because I was getting all my shit started. Sparring targets are also just the worst, because they move around. I would say average is anywhere between 1.2 1.5. That's probably the average. 1.24 again, not great, but not terrible. That's what I would say is the mental DPS. Mainly that was a good one. Yeah, not terrible. Remember, I am not max stats by all means. That was pretty bad. But yeah, that's the general loadouts for my mental DPS build. So the only thing I was going to say is some tips for DPSing in FFE if you're using the melee loadout is I honestly would use this loadout. Let me show you real quick. It's, can I get out of combat please? It's this and Phantom Flames. So it's Telekinetic Pull, Phantom Flames, but then you're still running Pain Blast. So what you want to do is you want to be max range when he's doing phases like Multiplicity, when he's doing his middle phases, but any phase you can get close to him, which is pull-in phase, lightning if it's not on you, furnace blast, anything like that. If you can get close to him, you want to jump in, lunge, clip 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, and then do that. And that is your big damage. That's going to hit super hard, and it's going to make you fuck all these trash DPSs up. It's going to make you OP as hell. And yeah, pretty much. Other thing is if there's a situation where you can't get in, you can't do the clip, which happens, right? There's multiplicity, and you don't want to lose your stealth damage, because that's a lot. What I would say is you do this. Here, let me wait for my stealth to come up. So this is like mid-max range, but you also want to get your Pain Blast. So this is 1, 2, 3, and then it's 1, 3 into 4. You really want to get your Menace off because it gives you the crit chance. But that's what if you cannot jump in. So yeah, that's pretty much mental DPSing. Yeah, that's my loadouts. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching.